I was just talking and then the tree, there's suddenly a tree here, so. Time is a construct that we all must abide by. I need to stop talking to inanimate objects. Hi, welcome back to another video. So today we are just doing like a chill sketchbook session, and look at that, it's bright outside. There is light. Yeah, I feel like just kind of because I started school again. I think my last sort of chatty sketchbook session thing was filmed like when I was still on winter break and before I went back to school, and now I'm back. Yeah, it gets harder for me to find time to film when it's still bright outside because, like, you know, it's winter and it already gets dark at around like 5 o'clock, so it's like, well, great already. And then, you know, like if I have a long day at school, I just don't get back in time for it to still be bright outside, but it's like I still have time. Like it's 6 o'clock, I'm not going to bed yet even though it's dark, so let's film a video. And then obviously there's no light. Yeah, but look at that, I don't have a class today, and I don't have a lot of work to do right now. Like, I managed to get a lot of stuff done over the weekend, so I have time to film. I was like, yes. Let's do this. I've been so productive today, but in a way, like, not school productive, because as I said, like, I finished a lot of that stuff last week, which is like a big relief. It's kind of like when everything bottlenecks into like a singular week and it's like, stress, and like everything seems like it's due at the same time, like all my profs coordinated to kill me. But that's just me being dramatic. But yeah, that means this week I have a little bit of relief, and I've been doing like, you know, getting ahead in specific things because, you know, that's how it works with like bottleneck weeks. It's like, it's not really like they all just decided on that one week. It's like there was time before. Like if you ever think you have too much free time, it's because there's something you should probably be doing so that you avoid the bottleneck effect. But yeah, I have been productive and now I have some time, so I'm like, yes, a sketchbook session, another video. I think yesterday, I don't know when you guys are seeing this, probably not that soon, because I just posted my sketchbook tour video like yesterday, so this is gonna take a while to come out and I still need to edit it and whatever. But yeah, yesterday I posted my sketchbook tour part 3 video, so go check that out if you haven't already, and go check out the other parts if you also haven't already. Yeah. My brain is just a mess of nothing. Yeah, I also posted that like paint with me video, but it was like a chattier version, and I did like this acrylic sky, and it's just like my brain in that video was a pile of mush. I don't know, I found it so funny. I rewatched it and I was like, what am I saying? Who is this? It's like my twin from another life, like another universe, but it's like just the sleepy version of me. Okay, I don't know, I kind of just started drawing a tree, like I was just talking and then the tree, there's suddenly a tree here, so that's great, I guess. Okay, I don't know, maybe we should switch the color. This has like a whole bunch of colors in it, which is cool. I've been using this for like 3 years. No, that's oh, maybe it isn't an over-exaggeration. I don't know. Like 2 years? Time is a construct that we all must abide by. Get in the tray, please. I was like, let's do like a background tree or something. Like, I feel like I draw a lot of nature, but I also feel like I don't draw a lot of nature. You know, conflicting motives. I draw a lot of like surreal type architecture, which feels like the opposite of nature. But yeah, maybe I should draw more trees and shit. But yeah, no, winter semester is going great. Hopefully you guys' winter semester is also going great. And we're all happy and fine and well and staying warm. If you live in the same hemisphere as me, where it's winter. I feel like winter this year was not cold at all, which is slightly concerning because, you know, last year it was also pretty warm. So, you know, casual global warming. Casual global warming reference. I find it really fun to just like grab like pencil crayons or crayons and just like scribble to make the drawing, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like a lot of the time I sort of do it in the opposite way, where it's like I have lines and then I color in things based on the lines that I have, instead of, you know, drawing things that are just like full shapes, like without line art, if that makes sense. So I do find it really fun when I just like do this because I'm like, oh yeah, I can do this and no one's gonna stop me. Also, shorts is one of the most confusing things I've ever seen, because it's like, I don't know, it's both like pushed by YouTube and like not pushed by YouTube, and also like a lot of people still don't watch shorts. Like, personally, I don't watch shorts, but like if you look at the analytics, it's like, oh, 20% of your audience watches shorts, and it's like, okay. So I guess a lot of other people also aren't watching shorts, I guess. But then it still feels like when people see it, yeah, it's not like my own audience. It's like a random shorts viewers. And I don't know. It's just something I've been thinking about recently. I'm like, what is, like, should I continue to put energy into making shorts? I don't know. Like, it's just a very confusing system. Now, I don't even really watch shorts on my own time, so I get it. I think I've mentioned this before, but everything is just slowly becoming TikTok, because all the other platforms figured out that, like, wow, this vertical sort of orientation, like this vertical video idea is working so well. Let's all do that. Like, even Instagram with like its reels, like, why? Because before, it's like if you had like a TikTok addiction, like a scrolling addiction, you just offload TikTok and it's fine. But now TikTok is everywhere, so you can never escape. I just find it like kind of shady how they're all like, basically all of these sort of platforms are just trying to keep you in for the longest amount of time so you can waste the largest amount of time, because then you're using their platform more, and it's just like, don't think about it too much. Like, I feel that, okay, YouTube might also do this, but I feel like with YouTube you can be productive, you know, like you could be listening to a video and be doing something else, which is what I do all the time, because like, I don't know, I like background noise. I like background noise. But like, And it's also like meaningful content, well, at least that I'm watching. Like, I watch meaningful content that I like or something that I'm interested in. But TikTok and Insta, it just gets you into like the rabbit hole. Like, you just go deeper and deeper into like this really weird thing, and it's just like, I'm just like rage bait and people just doing the most atrocious shit just for like views. I know, yet again, that like that also happens on YouTube, but like, at least for me on my algorithm, I see more of it, and more of it is pushed to me when I'm on Instagram and TikTok, because they're just like, have this, and it doesn't feel like I'm consuming anything with any meaning, you know. So I don't know, I'm just trying to be more aware of like how and where I'm spending my time, because I had like a terrible scrolling addiction where it would just be like, I don't know, like 4 hours straight, and it's like, what did I do? I just opened TikTok by accident, and I've been just scrolling for 4 hours, and it's so bad. So yeah, I'm happy I have not been doing that recently. And it's like, they're all just making it so hard, like all these platforms are making it so hard to not, you know, to do something productive. Because especially like Insta and TikTok are like active scrolling like apps, and now YouTube is also enforcing that, like with the short sort of idea. So it's like, so do you guys just want us to do nothing with our lives because it makes you guys more money? I don't know. It's just my recent thoughts. I have too many thoughts and I'm sharing them with you guys here now. Also, I am so happy there's cover that right now because I do not want to show that on camera. It's like a very embarrassing sketch, but also I don't think that YouTube will like that. I'm just gonna leave it at that. But yeah, I have like this much of my sketchbook left, and it's just yeah, it makes me so excited because I started this sketchbook I think last April. Yes, I actually started it last January, but then I only did one page and then abandoned it, but then I came back in April. So basically everything in here is from April except for the first page. But we will say that I started it last April just for that. And yeah, I'm planning to finish it before April comes around again. Hopefully, like, you know, I start what's it called, working on it more, like I pay more attention to the pages, not pay more attention to the pages, like I allocate more time to work on it is what I mean. And weirdly YouTube kind of helps with that too, because it's like if I didn't regularly film content like this, that's like, you know, sketchbook tour or like a work with me in my sketchbook, would forget to work in my sketchbook, you know. But now I have like an incentive because I'm like, yes, I get to chat and make a video, which is my other hobby, you know. Like, I think a lot of people have talked about like how important it is to have hobbies that like are away from art, like if you're going to be doing art full time. And since I do art like all the time at school and then I do it all the time personally, it was good to find like a different hobby, like video editing and like making videos and posting them and all that jazz. Yeah. I don't know what else. This tree, I kind of just started drawing it and now it's infested the page. Maybe we should include some blue over here at the front, or is that gonna ruin the whole thing? Or, hello? Okay. I need to stop talking to inanimate objects. Like, they don't understand me. The only thing about like getting to the end of the sketchbook is that like you need to weigh down the front of the sketchbook, and it gets kind of annoying to like keep the book open, if that makes sense. Like you need to like break it in, which I don't want to have to do all the time, because it's like I'm already like, yes, I should work on my sketchbook, and I'm trying to give myself incentives to work on my sketchbook. And if it's like the slightest inconvenience comes, I'm like, okay, great, so should I do something else? Do you not want me here? I'm also just really dramatic, so. Oh, this is slightly out of frame. Let's scooch that up. Okay. Yeah, I was talking about how, you know, making videos is one of my hobbies, and look at that, we are completely out of frame, and no one knows what I'm talking about. I don't know what this is, but I kind of like it a bit. I love the idea of a personal art style, and it's just like, because you just get to make a mess in the best way. Like, you make a mess in the way that you want to make a mess, and it's an art style. Like, isn't that so cute? I love that idea. Especially because, like, a lot of my profs stress the idea of getting a... I just noticed a spider on my ceiling. I don't know what to do about that. If it does not approach me, then I will leave it. But it's like looking at me, I feel... Oh, holy fuck. Oh my god, okay, I'm just gonna ignore it and hope that it goes away. But I don't even know what I was talking about. Oh yeah, most of my profs stress the idea of like finding the process that you like instead of finding a style. Because the thing is, like, you know, when you stress finding a process, your style comes out of that process, plus you know how to make the thing. And that's pretty important, knowing how to make the thing. So and I really like that idea, and it really resonated with me. Even how I found like my own sort of style is finding a process that I like, you know. And then the style that I sort of had before I started focusing on my process shifted slightly, but it shifted like, you know, for the better. So yeah, it's like an idea that I like and that I wanted to share. I like how in these videos I am both awkward but also completely casual. Like, what does that... How does a... How does a human being do that? Oh, the spider is still there. The thing with bugs is, like, if they are not trying to invade me, my house, me, my privacy, or my... I don't know, I keep on saying me. If they're not trying to, like, you know, attack me, then I'm fine. You know? Or if it's like a hygienic thing, like a fucking cockroach crawls up from the sewers, I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna let this thing prance around my house. It is disgusting. So that needs to go. But like, yeah, this is a little guy. Okay, I'm just giving this thing like a bit of an outline so that it, like, you know, sticks out a bit more. The red. And then... I love this idea of just like filling it in with little strokes. Like, I don't know when or how I came to this conclusion, but like, I do like it. I use it a lot, like even in my finished pieces, my finished illustrations. But I guess I've always just liked that sort of like textured look. Like, you can tell a person made this, and I like that. extend that up here. I don't know, someone once asked me if I really planned out my videos, and I didn't plan this one out. Sometimes I have, oh, I just hit something with my leg, but sometimes I plan out like the general idea. I'm like, yeah, I want to do a sketchbook session, and then I sort of like open up my sketchbook and draw, and I don't know what I'm drawing. That's what I'm doing right now. I kind of just started drawing a tree, and now there's a tree. But sometimes I have like an idea of a specific sketch that I want to do. Like, for example, my Inktober video had, you know, the piece with the, if you haven't seen the video, it's like a piece, it's squirting the lemon onto a bunch of candy, and it's like sour candy, and I was trying to like illustrate the prompt sour candy. And that one I did plan before, like I planned the sketch before, because I feel like the ideation part is not really all that interesting, and also sometimes takes a bit longer to do. So yeah, the sketch didn't end up like the exact same as the final illustration that I did, because I wasn't really trying to make it look exactly the same, but I did have a preconceived notion of what was gonna happen, and then I just had to have my hand do it. Yeah, and I also don't really plan out my materials either, so all of the materials there were just, oh my god, that sounded bad. But yeah, so all the materials, yeah, what is that? That's the thing, the end of the sketchbook, man. Yeah, my materials, as I was trying to say, are not pre-planned. Ever. Because my brain doesn't have the capacity for that. I mean, it's also like, it's the fact that, oh, this is my sketchbook. This is a place where I don't need to be stressy, you know? And I don't think a lot of my art is very, like, stressy. Unless I'm sometimes, like, making a final piece. I'm like, I don't want to ruin this paper, because this is more expensive paper. But this is, like, I could just cover this up. That's a nice thing about the sort of style that I do, is that, like, I could always cover it up with a thicker and thicker material. If you get what I mean, maybe I'll explain. But maybe I'll explain. I will explain. So yeah, sometimes, like right now I'm using colored pencil, and if I don't like what I'm doing with the colored pencil, then I could just go over it with something thicker in the Posca and cover it up. If I didn't like all of this, I could just paint over it in acrylic paint. And if the acrylic painting wasn't working out, I could just paint over it with more paint. Like, there's always more and more options, if that makes sense. You know, and then from the paint, you can put more colored pencil on top. Like, it's just like the idea of layering takes off a lot of stress, because it's like I am not really as scared to make a mistake, because I can always go over said mistake, you know? And like, the more you go over something, the more like texture you get, and texture's good. So yeah. This color is like really pretty. I don't know, lavender it says. Very, very cute. Yeah, I feel like there are a lot of colors that I don't usually tend to include. So I'm trying to, you know, produce more diverse color palettes with like a bunch of different colors that I usually, you know, don't really tend to include in my work. Yeah, overall, like, my sketchbook is really colorful, which is good, and I strive for color all the time. I mean, I do also need to work on black and white and gray, like working in that sort of scheme, because I am worse at value. So I'm trying to get better at that. I feel like I should do more black and white stuff just to, you know, get better at it instead of avoiding that, you know. Yesterday my sister was judging the organization of this and she's like, the colors aren't even in order, why would they sell that to you like that? And I'm like, I have had this for 2 years. Like, you think the colors, like 2 years, 2.5 years, we talked about this before, I don't really know, 2-3 years. And yeah, the nothing is in order anymore. Like, they're numbered on the side, like this one says 017 and then, you know, 018, so it would go before the 018, but then the 018 is beside is 020 for whatever reason. And on the other side, oh, that's in order, but then this one says 22, so it's like 20, 18, 19, 22, and it doesn't make sense. But yeah, it's like I have taken these out in like large amounts and then like put them back in, and sometimes I will go back and sort of try to organize them in the way, not really by their numbers, because I don't care how they decided to organize it. That sounds so mean. I don't care. Yeah, I don't care how they decided to organize it. Like, there's a specific order that just like makes sense to me. Like these, it feels like this should be up, right? But it's like, you know, if I've been doing a lot of work and I've just been taking them out, I would just put them in and just like sort of smooth them down and put it away. Especially if I'm in a rush. Like, oh, I was working on this last night and now it's next morning and I need to leave and I can't just leave all of this mess here. Because yeah, Cheerio, my cat, if you guys do not know, but like Cheerio tends to leave my stuff alone, but like, you know, I'm still scared like she might come and like try to eat it, and it's just like I just want to avoid that. I'm trying to remember what that color was that I used at the top there, and I don't really know. No, it wasn't that. Okay, slightly off, but this will do it. This will do what I needed to do. Just bring in some of that in this tree. Because I know, like, you know, you want the thing that is like the closest to the viewer to have the most detail, and as you get farther away they get more and more simplified. But I kind of don't mind that this tree is more detailed than this tree, you know? Like, I feel like if you know the rules, you know when to break the rules, if that makes sense. Yeah. Like, a lot of even my own illustrations focus a lot on like multiple perspectives that don't really make sense when they all come together, but that's good because I want it to be like trippy, psychedelic. I don't like both of those words that I use. I want it to be like dreamlike, surreal. So yeah, to subvert expectation. So it's like, oh, the stairs are going this way, but then the stairs are flat, but then the tree is 3-dimensional, but then the wall is like coming in front of it but also looks like it's behind it. Like, I don't know. Yeah, hopefully you guys have been loving the longer videos recently. I kind of always had them around this length because obviously it takes a long time to draw. Like, it's not like I'm just drawing a full-page spread in like 10 minutes. But like my videos would just be like 10 minutes. Like, I would cut them down a lot. But I do like leaving it all up because I do talk a lot. I talk a lot. I talk too much. And I don't know. I feel like, you know, if you only watch 10 minutes, good. Props to you. If it's like 40-minute video, like but I like keeping them also long because it's like, you know, if you want something longer to watch, you can watch the whole thing. If you want something shorter to watch, you can only watch some of it. And I don't judge. I don't have favorites. I forgot how fun colored pencils is. Just like on their own. Because usually, like, you know, I do mixed media. I'm like constantly like mixing and matching shit. So yeah, like I went into this video fully intending to not just do colored pencil. I was like, you know, I'm open to everything. You know, and then here we are. And it's just fully colored pencil, and that's fine because I like it and it's cute. And I had fun. Isn't that the moral of the story? Oh, I always forget to say this. Hopefully you guys are drawing along. I feel like the further in the videos you get, like the more videos you watch by me, the more you'll realize that I just start saying, I hope you're drawing with me, like further and further in the actual video. I'm just kind of adding some like color to fill in the background a little. Like I do like the white bits, but I just want like a bit less white bits. I look like a maniac probably, but that's fine. It's so funny, like my sister walks into me like working on final pieces and stuff, and she's just like, you look like a mad scientist. Because I'll just have like all of my acrylic paints, I'll have gouache, I'll have acrylic gouache, I'll have Poscas, I'll have like all of this stuff. Just like, and I always work on the floor because, you know, I have all of this stuff in my desk because it's physically not enough space for all of that. Especially if the piece of paper is already big, then, you know, it's taking up a lot of residency. So it's like, you know, I work on the floor. And yeah, she says I look insane. Okay. I wonder what shade of orange that is. I wish I didn't put them in when I was done with them. I wish I left them to the side so that I knew, you know, exactly which shades I used. Like, I was kind of thinking ahead. I was like, yeah, let's be a little more organized. And now it's like, oh, but I'm not done with that color yet. Is this? No, that's too dark. I like how I just scream at it instead of solving it. Like I just watch it fall and I just slightly scream. Like I'm slightly inconvenienced, but not inconvenienced to the point where I'm trying to do anything about it. Wow, look at that. A constellation of grass. I don't know where that sentence was going. When I started it, I just kind of started speaking and the words started falling out. Yeah, I'm surprised there isn't that much like indentation in the back, considering I was like, you know, pressing it kind of hard. Maybe we should, no. Like, should I add a bit of like etchings to the sky, or is that gonna make it all confusing? Okay, this color is good. Everywhere you look, there will be lines, and you will be hypnotized. Sorry. And that brings us to the end of this video. Here's our final product. Sorry, the ends of the pages are folding up a bit, but let's just zoom in. You see we got all those hypnotizing lines. Then we got that little guy over there. Kind of looks like a squid or something. Like an elephant. Yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, you know, all that great stuff to support this channel, and go watch the sketchbook tour that I posted before this. and maybe a bunch of my other videos also. I do a lot of videos like this and a lot of other videos as well. And yeah, I am messing up this conclusion so bad. This outro conclusion. Is this an essay? I don't know what I'm saying. Okay, great. Bye. See you guys in the next one. Bye bye.